and their most recent coming in 2014. They have a 4-7 record in state tournament games. Their first game and win came against Tennessee High in 2005, but would lose in the semifinals to Ridgeway. Ridgeway did go on to win the state championship the following night. Siegel has a 4-3 record in the first round of the state games with victories over Tennessee High, Antioch in 2008, West Creek in at the state came in 2014 when they lost to Arlington in the first round. Oak Ridge beat Arlington the following night, advancing them to the state championship game against Blackman, which Oak Ridge would lose 60-58. Oak Ridge's first ever trip, first game to Boones Creek in overtime. Oak Ridge's first ever win when they defeated Martin at Vanderbilt. 1961 was the first season the Wildcats won a state championship by beating Carthage, Red Bank, Memphis Treadwell, and then Dobbins Bennett 40-39 for the state championship game, which was played at UT. Oak Ridge's second state championship came in 1963 with wins over Franklin, Kittrell, Memphis Overton, and then the state championship game over Murfreesboro Central. It was played at Vanderbilt. The Wildcats have only played in one state title game since that 1963 tournament, and that came in 2000. Ridge has made it to the Final Four additionally in 1961, 63, 65, 66, 68, 71, 88, and 1999, 2014, and 2017. The 2017 tournament was the last actual games that Oak Ridge played here. The Wildcats opened with a win over Brentwood, then lost a heartbreaker to eventual state champion Memphis East, 63-60. Oak Ridge is 11-11 in round one games and 21-20 overall at the state tournament. Oak Ridge coach Aaron Green is making his sixth appearance at the state if you count last season. Coach Green is 3-4 in state games with victories over Jefferson County, Arlington, and Brentwood. His losses have come to Memphis Southwind in his first game in 2013, to Blackman in 2014, Memphis East in 2015 and 2017. Siegel High School is one of the newer schools in Murfreesboro. Oak Ridge is 1-2 against Murfreesboro teams at the state, with all three games against Murfreesboro Central. Against 5-4. 8 out of the last 9 years, Lady Wildcats, or both, qualified for the state tournament, with 2018 only exception. The Lady Wildcats lost in the sectional that year, and the guys to Bearden in ending his 70th. Man, is he Bridges 20 exact record go. Oak Ridge won both regular season and tournament championships. The Wildcats were runner-up to Bearden at the Region 2 tournament and beat Dobbins Bennett on the road in their sectional. Oak Ridge's losses this season came to 5 teams that all made the state tournament: Kingston, Greenville, Webb, Catholic, and Bearden. Both Siegel and Oak Ridge have been state-ranked all season long, with Siegel finishing 3rd in the final poll and Oak Ridge 5th. Only 4 of the top 10 Bartlett, number 8 Arlington, a couple weeks ago. Number 6 East Hamilton. Siegel is 24-4 on. Siegel won their district regular season championship, but lost the District 7 tournament to Blackman. They had twice during the regular season, and they would go on to defeat Blackman in the Region 4 title, and then defeat Warren County. One common opponent, Stone Memorial. Stone Memorial. Senior with varsity This is the third AAA game of the day. Earlier, Cleveland took on Collierville, and Collierville won that ball game 62-56. In the game right before Oak Ridge's game, Bearden took on Cane Ridge, and Cane Ridge defeated Bearden 50-47. So Bearden is on their way back to Knoxville. The winner of tonight's Oak Ridge and Siegel game will play the winner of the next game following hours between Clarksville and Houston. The Friday game will be at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and the first semifinal game will begin at 7 o'clock Central Time. The AAA State Championship game will be on Saturday here at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time here at MTSU in my hometown of Murfreesboro. We're going to take a break. Back to the Murphy Center in 3 minutes.
Thank you. Coach Gaddis. See, good guard building. Welcome back to the Murphy Center, campus of Middle Tennessee State University. Getting set for Oak Ridge High School State Tournament basketball. The Wildcats and the Stars. We're about to have the starting lineups here that are introduced out on the floor. First, they introduce the non-starters. James Branson now joins us here. James, looking forward to an exciting night of basketball. Obviously, Siegel is a Murfreesboro school. They have a ton of fans, but Oak Ridge has a good contingent of fans as well.
Yeah, obviously Siegel has a little bit easier route to get here, being just a couple miles away. And in talking with Coach Birdwell from Siegel, kind of talked about how they might have a little bit of an advantage in that spot. But, you know, you got to be proud of the people from Oak Ridge that traveled the 2.5 hours up here, really showing their support for the Wildcats tonight.
As I look at the two teams, and we played Siegel last year, as Lee said a moment ago, they are not big at all. They don't have a great deal of size, but they've got some guys that can flat light it up. So the Wildcats, the key to tonight, obviously the Wildcats have got to defend. That's one thing that the Wildcats hang their head on is their defense, and they're going to have to defend tonight for sure.
Yeah, David, you look at height-wise, and it's a pretty even matchup between teams height-wise. But, one thing that we were talking about on the way up here, Oak Ridge has several that can score at one point in time in the night.
And the starting lineups, the non-starters are being introduced on the floor. Oak Ridge crowd is loud and proud here. The Oak Ridge Cheerleaders are here. They're to our right. In the section to our right, there are some students here, not a whole lot. The non-starters, and I think that's one of the cool things about the state tournament, James, is the fact that the non-starters, they might not get in the ball game, that they get their names over this big PA system.
Yeah, it's really cool. Those are people that work just as hard throughout the season, as well as the starters and the guys that play a lot and come off the bench. So it's really cool to reward those guys and honor them throughout this tournament.
How crazy is it that Coach Birdwell's first state tournament appearance is against Oak Ridge?
I mean, it's pretty crazy, but, it's got to be special for both these guys. Coach Green coaching against his former assistant, as well as Coach Birdwell, obviously probably wanted to take down his former head coach.
And we're about to have the starting lineups. James, I'll let you go through them.
For the Stars tonight will be number 0, Zion Swader. He is a 6-foot senior. We will also have number 1, Isaiah Lightsey. He is a 6'3" senior. Number 3, Jalen Wetzel is a 6-foot senior as well. Martez Jackson is a 6'3" senior. He is number 11, and their Mr. Basketball finalist for the Siegel Stars is number 14, Matthew Schneider. He is a 6'4" senior. So a very senior-heavy team here for the Siegel Stars tonight. The starters for the Wildcats so far, number 1, which is Stafford Shanklin. Number 2 for the Wildcats tonight is senior Jonathan Stewart. And we will also have number 3 for the Wildcats. It is junior Kel Slater starting in this state tournament game.
Talking through this. And we're about to get underway. The Wildcats are the home team wearing their all-white jerseys. That's the Siegel crowd behind me. The Wildcats facing the Stars for only the third time as Jonathan Milloway's name is announced. And we're about to have basketball from the state basketball tournament here at Middle Tennessee State. Wildcats coached by Aaron Green. Got a little technical issue we're going to work on. Get underway. That's the Oak Ridge crowd across the way. It is deafening loud here in the Murphy Center. Wildcats, as I mentioned, are the home team wearing their cardinal and black. And we're about to get underway here. The Siegel Stars out on the floor wearing their blue, white, and teal. And once again, it'll be the Wildcats and the Siegel Stars. Jonathan Milloway is going to jump for the Wildcats. To jump for them is their Mr. Basketball candidate, Matthew Schneider, 6'4" senior. Wildcats look a little tight, but so do the Stars. Big crowd on hand here. The winner to play either Houston or the Clarksville team, and we're underway here. The Wildcats have the tip. With the basketball, the junior point guard. That is Kel Slater. Works to the right, got a screen, works the ball to Jeremy Miller. Miller to Milloway, top of the circle. Jeremy looks down low. Jeremy was wide open for a moment. Backs it up. Here it goes, Jonathan Stewart. 3 on the top of the key. Good! Good start. Jeremy Miller knocks down a three-point shot, and here come the Stars facing Oak Ridge's pressure. With the basketball will come Zion. He is a 6-foot senior, trapped to the midcourt line, fires the pass out to the left side. Here it goes to Schneider. Schneider in the corner, works the ball on Martese Jackson. Jackson picks up defensively by Milloway, drives in, kicks the ball to the left corner. Lightsey for 3. It's good. Tie game. 3-3 score. Down the floor with the basketball, once again, will come the Wildcats. And it comes to Oak Ridge's Kel Slater. 7:09 to play first quarter, 3-3 score. With the basketball will come Oak Ridge's Stafford Shanklin. Shanklin works to Jonathan Milloway. They tried to get it to Milloway on a pass from Jonathan Stewart.
Really up and down pace here for the Wildcats and the Stars. Lane and kick it back out. Should be interesting if they keep that up throughout the night.
Wildcats work the ball inside, intercepted pass, down the floor. They're going to get a layup. Here it goes. Blocked away by Jeremy Miller, and they call a foul on the wrist. Jeremy had to come down and knocked him right on the wrist. It'll be a personal foul, the first called. It'll be the Stars. Jalen Wetzel, 6-foot senior, going to the free throw line. 3-3 our score as we play here at the Murphy Center in the campus of Middle Tennessee. Free throws up, no good. He'll have another one. Jalen Wetzel back to the free throw line. 2 3-point shots to start the ball game.
Yeah, David, and both teams coming out high here as the second shot from Wetzel is up and good.
They have their first lead. Here come the Wildcats wanting to run. Down the floor goes to Jeremy Miller. Drives the baseline, cut off, dribbles in, all the way in the paint, turning, spinning. Here's a fadeaway jumper. It is good. Jeremy Miller on fire to start the ball game, and he now has 5 points. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Stars. They shoot a three. It's up, clang off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Milloway. Oak Ridge in the lead, 5-4. Here comes Kel Slater. Kel dribbling, driving, turning, spinning, no place to go. There's Big John for three, top of the key, good. 3-point shot. Jonathan Milloway, and Oak Ridge leads 8-4. Here come the Stars down the floor. Here comes number 0 and another foul called against Oak Ridge. 6 minutes, 18 seconds to play. Big John Milloway drills the 3-point shot. Nothing unusual for him as he has several this year as the foul was called against Oak Ridge, and they'll go to the free throw line. The Wildcats in the lead 8-4.
Is Millway, who has 10 3-pointers on the year for the Wildcats at 11 now.
First free throw is up, good. Oak Ridge on top, 8-5, 6:18 to play in the first period as we play here from the campus of Middle Tennessee State. Back to the line. Siegel free throw, good. Here comes Oak Ridge. No pressure in the rear court. Here comes Kel Slater. Slater with the basketball across the time stripe. Dribbles around the screen by Stafford. Shanklin goes to Milloway. Milloway turning, spinning, driving, shooting, scoring. Jonathan Milloway off the glass. And it's 10-6. 6 minutes to play. Here's a steal by Stafford. Here's a layup by Stafford. Good. Oak Ridge steals the inbounds. Oak Ridge by 6. 12-6, the pressure causing all kinds of problems to the Stars. Here they come across the line. They'll set for a three. It's on its way. It's no good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Siegel. And the Oak Ridge crowd goes berserk.
Really here for the Wildcats, David, and you got to think that this is how they want to play, getting up quick and up and down the court. It's really causing some frustration for the Siegel Stars.
Here comes Kel Slater down the floor. 5:52 to play in the first quarter. Oak Ridge on top, 12-6. Kel with the basketball. Here's Jeremy Miller. Jeremy dribbling. Jeremy driving. Jeremy shooting. No good. Rebounded by the Stars. Here comes Siegel. Pushing it up the floor. It goes to Wetzel. Wetzel turning outside the line. Will not take the shot. Backs it up once again. 5 minutes. 25 seconds to play. We're in the first quarter. Oak Ridge by 6. 12-6 for the score. The Wildcats in the lead. Slater with the basketball, holds the ball and gives it out to Jackson. Jackson around on the right wing. They work the ball to the baseline. Here goes Slater, pulls up, baseline jumper is good. Here come the Wildcats running again. 12-8 the score, 5:05 to play in the first period. Kel Slater with the basketball, dribbles out to the top, around a screen, has a three, shoots a three, on its way, no good. Missed it. Here come the Stars down the floor, moving left to right, wearing their blue with teal and white. Schneider to the hole. Shot, no good. Tip, no good. Rebound by the Schneider. He wants to shoot. They kick it out for a three. Pulls up. Here it is on its way. No good. Rebound Oak Ridge. Kel Slater and the Wildcats wanting to run. Kel gives it in. Jonathan Stewart for layup. No good. Too hard off the glass. Back on the down will come Schneider. Schneider against Milloway. Shot is off the glass. Good. Wildcats got a finish at the rim. 2-point game. 12-10 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. For the basketball will come Kel Slater. Right side, Jeremy Miller. Right corner will not take the three. There's Jonathan Stewart. He will. It's on its way. It's good. 3-point shot. Jonathan Stewart. And Oak Ridge leads by 5. Here comes Schneider down the floor. What a game to start. Schneider pulls up. He takes a 12-footer. It's off the rim. No good. Jeremy Miller on the rebound. Jeremy down the floor. Jeremy straight coast to coast. Free throw line. Jumper is up. No good. Rebounded by Schneider. Here come the Stars. We finally get a slower pace here. 3:50 to play, 5-point Oak Ridge lead. They leave Schneider open, Mr. Basketball, no good. Rebound, Jeremy Miller had it. Saved by the Stars. They miss it again. Rebound to Siegel. Siegel, that should have been a foul. No call. Here's a three. It's up. No good. Rebound. Schneider. Jonathan Stewart steals it. Jonathan Stewart. Here he comes. Dribbling, driving, turning, spinning to the hole. He goes. And he takes it in. And he scores. Oak Ridge by 7. 17-10 the score. Down the floor of the basketball. Hudson shot. Loose on the floor. Live. They call a timeout to save possession. Great start for the Wildcats. 17-10 our score. We'll take a quick break. Let's send it back to the station. Back in 30 seconds. Welcome back once again to the Murphy Center. Good start, James Branson. The Wildcats have a 17-10 lead.
Yeah, David, you know what for the Wildcats is everybody's really kind of hitting on all cylinders tonight. You see it so far with Jonathan and Jared. See, you're kind of
Ball's worked in. Lucas Searcy is coming to the ball game. Zion with the basketball, looks down low, backs it up to Lightsey. Lightsey swings the ball to the left wing to Jackson. They drive in, get a layup opportunity. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Stafford Shanklin. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Kell, Lucas Searcy for three. Good! 3-point bomb! Big Lucas knocks it down, and Oak Ridge leads by 10. 20-10 the score. 2 minutes, 55 seconds to play in the first quarter. With the basketball will come Martese Jackson. Looks to his left, backs it over the left side of Wetzel. Wetzel around a screen to the right. Cut off by Millie, lost the ball. Stafford Shanklin with it. Here comes Big Stafford. He's going to take it strong to the hole. It's no good. Rebound by Lightsey. Pulling it down will come Jackson. Here goes to Schneider. Schneider, bounce pass inside. Blocked by Milloway. Taken away by Kell Slater. Here come the Wildcats running. Kell dribbling, driving, takes it strong to the hole. Good! Kell Slater off the glass. And Oak Ridge leads by 12. 22-10 the score. Here come the Siegel Stars. We got to slow it down here, James Branson.
Yeah, David, it's attacking the rim, and what's positive to see on the defensive end is that they're really stopping Siegel at the rim.
With the basketball will come Zion Swader. He works the ball to his right. Here goes to Lightsey. Lightsey gives it off to Schneider. Schneider drives against Stafford, wants to shoot. It's on its way. Clang off the iron. No good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. Here comes Kell. Kell. Oh, he had Lucas on the wing. Didn't get the ball to him. Stafford Shanklin for three. It's up. No good. That's an air ball. Saved by Lucas, out of bounds. Not a good shot that time by Stafford as Oak Ridge substitutes. Jeremy Miller, Jamison Updegraft in the ball game for the first time. 12-point Oak Ridge lead, a minute 44 to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, David, one thing that's been key for the Wildcats so far is three-point shots. The Wildcats have had 4 makes from three-point land already, so 12 points of their 22.
Here comes Siegel down the floor, setting up against the Oak Ridge defense. Here goes out to Wetzel. Wetzel guarded by Jamison. Drives in. Good. And he's fouled. Personal foul will go against Jamison Updegraft, and they'll have an opportunity for a three-point play. 90 seconds to play first quarter. Coach Green not at all happy with that. And to the free throw line will go Jalen Wetzel. 22-12, Oak Ridge in the lead. To the free throw line, one time. Shot good. Completes the three-point play. Here come the Wildcats down the floor with the basketball. Oak Ridge. Jeremy Miller running the point, brings it across the line. Sets the dribble to the top of the circle to Lucas Searcy. Inside, Jonathan Stewart. 10-footer is no good. Rebound to the Stars. Wildcats quick with a shot. Down the floor with the basketball. Once again, number 2 is 0. Picks the ball. That's a charge against the Siegel Stars. Ran right over the top of the Wildcat. 1 minute, 12 seconds to play in the first quarter. 22-13 the score. Players coming back in the ball game. Oak Ridge will get Jonathan Stewart out of the ball game. Kell Slater checks in. 22-13, Oak Ridge in the lead. With the basketball will come Kell Slater.
Yeah, David, that foul was on Zion Swader, his first for the Seagulls, on him and for the Siegel Stars.
Play is halted by the officials out on the floor. Exactly a minute 10 to play here in the first quarter. Not exactly sure if there's blood. Jeremy's coming out of the ball game. Nope, that's not the case. Might have been a clock malfunction of some sort. Oak Ridge by 9, 22-13. The winner to play either Houston or Clarksville tomorrow night here at the Murphy Center. Oak Ridge basketball. Here comes Jamison Updegraft outside the line. Dribbles to his right, gives it off to Kell in the Milloway, and he's fouled. Personal foul will go against Martise Jackson, the 6'3 senior. It'll be Oak Ridge with the basketball. 1 minute to play. Stafford Shanklin back in the ball game. Jonathan Milloway working up a sweat already here. And the Wildcats will work the ball in. It has been up and down the floor. Jamison Updegraft trying to work it in. Fires it in. Lucas Searcy drives the baseline. Spins 5-footer. Blocked away. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 56.2 seconds to play. The Wildcats playing with Jamison Updegraft, Jeremy Miller, Lucas Searcy, Stafford Shanklin, and Kel Slater. 22-13. Jeremy Miller, top of the circle. In the corner, around the horn it goes. At the midcourt circle, now once again play is stopped. Same official has stopped play twice when the Wildcats have set up their offense. James?
I'm not really sure what this is here. Maybe unless a warning, possibly against one of the.
No, I think it's a clock operate. I think that's the only thing I can say. It's a clock issue because he's gone over to the scorekeeper on 2 different occasions. Watch the clock, see if it functions here. Oak Ridge basketball, side court, leading 22-13 over Siegel. 53.2 seconds to play. We're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, and Oak Ridge Schools Television, Channel 15.
At 52 seconds, which I believe is where it'll.
He's going to work it into Kel Slater. Wildcats back underway here. 50 seconds to play first quarter, leading by 9. Lucas Searcy with the basketball. Jamison Updegraft to Kel in the corner. Kel Slater dribbles in, no place to go. Stafford Shanklin left corner for 3. It's up. No good. Wildcats hit their threes early. Stafford has not. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Stars. Wildcats need to stop on defense here. If I were Oak Ridge, I would have maybe played that final 52 seconds, but Stafford felt he was open, just misfired on the shot. 24 seconds to play.
Yeah, David, Siegel really closed well defensively on that three-point shot as Stafford went up.
Down to 16 seconds to play. 9-point lead, 22-13. They have the basketball. Zion dribbles, drives, walks because he's fouled. Foul on the floor by the Wildcats. Oak Ridge picks up, I think, team foul number 4. Number 5, I believe. Actually, it is number 4. It'll be Siegel basketball. Actually, it is the 3rd team foul up on the board. Now it's up to 4. They're a little slow. Scorekeeper's having a little trouble here, James.
Yeah, that's 2 fouls on Jamison Updegraft as well.
Basketball, they lob it into Schneider. Mr. Basketball kicks it out to the right corner. Wants to drive on Milloway. Shoots a 3 over him. Knocks it down. Great way to end the first quarter. Oak Ridge leads 22-16. Good first quarter of basketball. Oak Ridge on top 22-16 at the state tournament. We'll be back in 60 seconds. David Clary, James Branson back here along with Brian Bennett back at the studios of FM 92.7. Jordan Osborne, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, Lee Wexler with us as well. Good start for the Wildcats' first quarter lead. Wildcats had a double-digit lead. It's a good team. Siegel didn't get here because they can't score. They've got 3 players on their team that have scored 1,000 points. They can flat out shoot it.
And Zion play the best one, having the best night so far. He's got 7 points, and he hit that big three there at the end of the quarter as well for the Siegel Stars.
Down the floor with the basketball. They'll get the ball first as we're underway once again. They're going to drive in on Milloway. Here's a shot. No good. Jeremy's got the rebound. Jeremy Miller down the floor for the Wildcats. Just rolled off the rim. Jeremy kind of Jonathan altered the shot as Jeremy drives in, goes to the hole. No good. Rebounded. Wildcats not doing a great job on the glass. They pulled down a lot of rebounds. They're going to try to drive in. Now they will. Here's a shot off the glass. No good. Jeremy Miller, another rebound. The Wildcats getting defensive rebounds, not offense. Here comes Kel Slater down the floor. Kel turning, spinning, shooting up. No good. On the rebound will come the Stars. Down the floor with the basketball. One-on-one against Kel. They drive. Blocked by Kel Slater, but it goes in good. Wildcats up now only by 4. Wildcats down the floor. I'm looking at Jeremy Miller. He is really exhausted. He's trying to find his breath. It has been up and down the floor. Stewart for 3, no good. Rebound, Kel Slater had it. Knocked out of bounds by the Stars. They're the Oak Ridge basketball. Jonathan just can't find his stroke yet.
1 for 2. Last one. Came out really fast there. And it kind of amped up and ready to go. He and Jonathan both came out really fast as well.
The Siegel Stars has to tie their shoes. It gives everybody an opportunity. Jeremy still looks like he might need a blow right now. As the Wildcats will get the ball in, it comes to Kel Slater. 6:58 to play first half. Oak Ridge on top, 22-18. Wildcat basketball for a moment, and the Wildcats throw the ball away. I think Jeremy and Jonathan was wide open on the baseline. They're really not guarding anybody. Jonathan, he could have really gotten a layup if they had communicated better.
Yeah, I think it was a miscommunication. I think Jonathan went up, and Jeremy was expecting him to go down toward the goal line there, and it just miscommunication for the Wildcats.
Oak Ridge only now on top by 4. The Wildcats up 22-18. They had a 10-point lead. They get back door. It's a 2-point game now. Nice little play by Slater, and the Wildcat lead is 2. 22-20 to score. Wildcats Jonathan Stewart in the left corner. Jonathan looks cross court, gives it in to Stafford. Stafford drives in. What do they call? It's a charge. Went right over the top. Stafford had a baseline drive. Good positioning that time by the Stars. They can take the lead or tie it on this trip.
Yeah, it was just nice positioning. The Stars slid underneath, and I think Stafford may have lowered his shoulder just a little bit, but it was a nice skip pass and good idea by the Wildcats. Just got to execute a little bit better right there.
22-20, Oak Ridge still in the lead, though. 6:18 to play in the second quarter. Wildcats see some stops on defense. Here it goes to Slater once again. Man-to-man guarded by Kel Slater. Is going to take him strong to the hole. Shot is up, no good. Stafford tackled on the rebound. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Stafford at the midcourt line gives it in to Kel. They're going to call it over and back. That's a good call. Stafford got across the line and tossed it backwards, and it's a turnover, and the Wildcats will substitute Stafford Shanklin out of the ballgame.
Yeah, David, as it looks like the Wildcats are having a couple of turnovers here in a row that they really didn't have in the first quarter, so you obviously got to fix those in order to keep the scoring here in the second quarter.
5 minutes, 57 seconds to play in the second quarter. With the basketball comes Slater. Works the ball to his right, drives in. Here's a shot, no good. Milloway on the rebound. Oak Ridge basketball. Up by 2, 22-20 the score, 5:44 to play. Wildcats haven't hit a shot in a while. Jonathan Stewart with the basketball. Backs it over to the left side. To midcourt circle, it goes to Kel Slater. Kel finds Lucas free, lobs it in to Milloway. On the baseline, no place to go. Has to kick the ball back out. Lucas for 3. It's up. No good. Rebound to Jeremy Miller. Miller with the basketball. He dribbles. He drives. He shoots. He scores. Jeremy Miller off the glass. Oak Ridge up by 4. 24-20 to score. 5:16 to play. Down the floor will come the Siegel Stars. They throw it to Schneider. Schneider in their corner, guarded by Jonathan Stewart. Stripped the ball and knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, David, when Wildcats have done a really good job. Nice. Good job with him. I think the dribble really what the Wildcats need to shut down next.
Siegel basketball side court on our side of the floor. They work it in. It goes to Slater, guarded by Kel Slater. A little bit of a height advantage. They lob it in to Schneider. Schneider's shot is blocked, and they call a foul. It's either against Jeremy or against Jonathan. Looked like a clean block. The same official called that one that called his first foul, and that's going to send Schneider to the free throw line. Matthew, a Mr. Basketball finalist, 6'4" senior, over 1,000 points in his career. We'll have 2 shots here, first of which is good. 24-21 the score. Oak Ridge by 3.
on Jeremy Miller there down in the lane that sent Schneider to the line.
That'll be Jeremy's second foul. 24-21, second toss, good. Oak Ridge basketball, no pressure in the rear court. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Cale Slater with it across the line. Dribbles in the midcourt circle. Comes off to the right side. Has Lucas Searcy in the right corner. Pass goes to Jeremy Miller. Will he take his man one-on-one? He lobs it into Milloway, throw it away. Can't get the ball over there. They're athletic. Can't do that as they get a three in the lead. Good. Turnovers. The Wildcats now trail by one. 25-24 the score. Wildcats haven't made a shot in a while.
And Zion Slater's really starting to get heated up for the Siegel Stars.
Wildcat basketball. Jonathan Stewart goes inside Jeremy. Jeremy backs it up. Jonathan, wide open three. Boy, they need it. No good. Rebound, Schneider. Wildcats, hot shooting when we started. Can't buy a bucket now. Down by one. 25-24. They were up by 10. They've got another three. It's on its way. It's no good. He pushed off. They get Schneider a rebound. Good. They pushed off big time, but no call. 3-point game. Wildcats got to take care of the ball. Jeremy Miller holds the ball. Harassed top of the key. Finds Jonathan Stewart in the paint. Stripped of the ball. Grabs it. Wildcats trailing by 3. 27-24. Jeremy Miller drives against Schneider. Backs it up Lucas Searcy. Searcy has the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Stars. When was the last time we scored? We'll be back in 30 seconds. David Clary, James Branson back here at the Murphy Center. Wildcats were up by 10. Now they're down by 3. Wildcats have got to trying to get away from the three-point shots, I think, and try to somehow work the ball inside of big Jonathan Milloway.
Yeah, David, just being able to work their offense and not create turnover or not cause turnovers is really going to help the Wildcats get back into this game.
Oak Ridge down by 3. 3:41 to play second quarter. 27-24 the score. Cale Slater got it out high by Wetzel. Gives it over to Stewart. Wildcats really struggling to get the ball inside. Jonathan Milloway, baseline jumper on its way. No good. Rebound, Jeremy Miller. Wildcats set it up once again. The Wildcats have got to get something as they work it in. They throw the ball away again. Tried to force it into Milloway, and they're going to get an opportunity for a three-pointer. They're going to drive in. Here it is. On its way, short. Way short. Schneider on the rebound. On the baseline, lost the ball. Lucas Searcy grabbed it. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched. Not sure. Lucas took a nasty turn. Oak Ridge fans thought it was last touched by the Stars. I was screened. I couldn't see it.
It's the fact that Lucas was forced out of bounds. I think it was.
Yeah, he was reversed by the other official. Oak Ridge basketball down by 3. 27-24 the score. The Wildcats down the floor with Cale Slater. Cale brings it across the line. Gives it off to Jonathan Stewart. Lobs it into Milloway and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Stars. We are not going to be able to lob it down low like we do against others. They're too athletic.
Yeah, you know, Jonathan Miller has a lot of height advantage. Milloway, has a lot of height advantage down low, but we've tried that multiple times and it's caused turnovers.
Wildcats turned the ball over. I think Jonathan Stewart was standing on the baseline and turned it over.
He hadn't reestablished himself in bounds on that play, David.
Down the floor, Wildcats down by 3, 27-24. What was the score after one quarter? Here comes a layup. No good. Rebounded by Milloway. Cale Slater. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Cale dribbling, driving all the way to the hole. No good. Once again, they pull down the rebound. Here they come up the floor. Dribbling, driving, outside the line it goes Slater. Slater kicks in. There's a walk. Travel's going to be called against Jalen Wetzel.
16 Wildcat lead was the end of the scoring at the first quarter, and I believe at one point it was 22-10 Wildcat lead as well.
So the Wildcats have only scored 2 points here in the second quarter. 27-24 Siegel, the winner to play in the Final Four in the state of Tennessee. What a great start for the Wildcats, but since that time, Oak Ridge really struggling. Credit the defense by the Siegel Stars. Kell kicks the ball to Stafford. Stafford can't hold on to it, grabs it, gives it off to Kell Slater. Dribbles out to the top. Wildcats call a new play. Kell Slater, midcourt circle, around a screen, left side, Jeremy Miller. Thought about a three, won't take it. Milloway won't. Wildcats, somebody's got to pull up and shoot it. Wildcats in, Jonathan Stewart, shot good. Wildcats finally get a bucket. Jonathan Stewart, a little 8-footer, and it's a 1-point game. 27-26 to score. Here come the Stars down the floor. With the basketball come Wetzel. Pulls up, shoots. Clang off the iron, no good. Rebound by Stafford Shanklin. Shanklin to Kell. Minute 48 to play. Kell Slater dribbling. Stops. Pulls up. Shoots. Too strong. No good. Really, probably should have just dished it off as they come quickly down the floor. With it will come Zion Slater. He's going to drive in, kick the ball to the left corner, and they'll slow it down a bit. 92 seconds to play. First half, 27-26. Siegel on top of Oak Ridge by 1. Zion Slater and Coach Birdwell will call a timeout. Let's take it with them. We are at the Murphy Center State Tournament. 27-26 our score. We'll be back in 60 seconds. David Clary back here along with James Branson, Christian Roses Rodriguez, Lee Wexler, along with Jordan Osborne, Brian Bennett. Minute 22 to play, second quarter, 27-26 to score. Siegel on top of Oak Ridge State Tournament basketball. Here comes Schneider, lost the ball. Jeremy stole it, he's fouled. Schneider pushed him, and Mr. Basketball picks up the foul.
It's just underneath the basket.
Searcy comes back in the ballgame for Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge down by 1. Jeremy Miller takes his seat. I think he needs it. He looks like he's exhausted. (27-26). Here's Kell Slater dribbling, driving all the way to the hole. Good. Right around Schneider, and Oak Ridge retakes the lead by 1. 28-27 the score. Their basketball in the rear court, working across will come Jackson. Jackson got it out high by Jonathan Stewart. They kick the ball to the corner. They get a wide open three. It's good. 3-point shot by Isaiah Lightsey, and it's a 2-point game. Here's Oak Ridge's Jonathan Stewart down the floor. The Wildcats. Jonathan lobs it in. Milloway looks to drive, looks to put. Well, up, he's fouled. Personal foul will go against Siegel, and Jonathan Milloway will go to the free throw line. Not many opportunities at the line for the Wildcats in this one, as the Wildcats trail by 2 with 30 seconds to play in the second quarter. 30-28 our score. Jonathan, a 58.8% free throw shooter, will have 2 shots here. Shoots it. Good. 1-point game. 30-29. Siegel on top of Oak Ridge. Toss good, and we're tied. 30-30 our score. State tournament, the Blue Cross Basketball Championships from the Murphy Center at Middle Tennessee State here on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. 30-30 our score. The Wildcats had a double-digit lead in the first quarter. The Stars will go for the final shot here in the second. 30 to 30 yard score. Slater with the basketball. Guarded by Kel Slater to Wetzel. Wetzel backs it up. Looks to his right. Looks to his left. Almost a steal by Lucas. 9 seconds to play. Got to guard Schneider. Here comes number 11. Dribbling. Driving. He lost the ball. Jamison up. DeGraff has it. Jamison. Here's a three. No good. Hits rim as the first half comes to a close. Well, honestly, James, the Wildcats started out really, really fast and cooled off a little bit, obviously, in the second quarter. Coach Birdwell's team had a lot to do with that, but what a great half of basketball. It just seems like it flew on by. Hardly any stoppage of play, up and down the floor. Two teams really battling it out.
Especially defense.
Take a break here. Send it back to Brian Bennett here in a bit. We'll run down the first half statistics. Oak Ridge and the Siegel Stars. Third time the two teams have ever played. I'm trying to remember this, James. I know we've played Coach Wortman, Barry Wortman, who was a former head coach. We've played Ricky Norris, who was a former head coach. We have played, obviously, Steve Shipley, who was a former head coach. And I think we played Larry Daniels, who was a former head coach. I don't remember, with the exception of an former assistant, with the exception of Ricky, that got moved up, that we've ever played. So this is another one. This is a one big family, and we're all together.
And I was just thinking, that's a lot of recent. Actions that.
He came from Central, so he's actually coached against Oak Ridge. Let's take a break here. 30-30 is our score. Oak Ridge and Siegel back to the state tournament in 3 minutes.
James Branson back here at the Murphy Center in Murfreesboro, Tennessee at the state tournament. The Wildcats and the Siegel Stars are tied at 30 after the first half. Want to run down the scoring here for both teams as we'll start with the Siegel Stars. Zion Swader, who has 12 points and leads all scoring for both teams. He really heated up there in the second quarter, especially brought the Siegel Stars back. Isaiah Lightsey has 6 points for the Stars, as well as Matthew Schneider. He has 6 points as well. The Wildcats have really done a decent job shutting him down and didn't allow him to get going really until the second quarter. Following up that is Jalen Wetzel. He has 4 points for the Stars, and Vontarius Reed has 2 points to round out the scoring for the Stars. For the Wildcats tonight, with a total of 30 points, we have 3 scorers with 7 points, which really kind of shows you how the Wildcats spread around their scoring pretty evenly. I think, David, you and I talked about on the way up here that there was all 5 starters averaged double-digit points, which is pretty unique. You never know what you're going to get from the Wildcats. So the 3 starters, or the 3 scorers for the Wildcats with 7 points are Jonathan Stewart, Jonathan Millway, and Jeremy Miller. All 3 of those really came out in the first quarter, starting really well and shooting really well. Followed that up by Kel Slater. He has 4 points for the Wildcats. Lucas Searcy coming off the bench and hitting a really nice three-pointer in the first quarter there. He has 3 points. And Stafford Shanklin has 2 points for the Wildcats, rounding out the scoring for them. The percentages for the teams, the Wildcats are... Let's see. The Wildcats are 9 of 18 in the first quarter and 3 of 11 field goal percentage in the second quarter. That puts them at 12 for 29 in the game, which is 41.4%. For the Siegel Stars, they were 5 of 16 and 5 of 13 shooting in the first and second quarter. The total for the half would be 10 of 29, many of those points coming off three-point makes. That puts them at 34.5% in the first half.
Just kind of struggled there in the second quarter. Hopefully the Wildcats will figure out a way to get the ball into Jonathan Millway. That's something they really weren't able to do.
I agree with you there. They were tried it several times. I believe 3 different trips down the court. They tried the lob pass inside to Jonathan Millway, which the Stars defended. I think they were both fronting and backing Jonathan, not allowing that to get in, which caused some turnovers there. I believe even one throwaway, just kind of a miscommunication between a few of the Wildcats there. So I believe if the Wildcats are able to clean up the turnovers there and continue to score and continue to play pretty good defense on a lot of the good shooters, especially Schneider for the Stars, I think they can do really well in this game.
Wildcats are back out on the floor. Here come the Siegel Stars as well. 30-30 is our score. We're going to take a break. We're going to send it back once again to Brian Bennett. The 2 teams getting ready to do battle to see who will go and play in the Final Four. One team will move on. The other will end great seasons here. 30-30 our score. We'll be back with the second half following this 2-minute timeout. What's that? What? Yes, it did. I heard you slow down, so I was a little out of breath myself.
I know, I maybe said 3 things in the first quarter.
Lost you.
Should I send it now?
Yeah.
Like everything?
There's so much in it.
Should I just stop the call and restart it?
Player back here along with James Branson, Brian Bennett, along with others here, Christian Rosas Rodriguez. The two teams are getting ready to start the second half. The Wildcats and Siegel Stars are tied at 30 apiece. Oak Ridge will get the basketball first as we start play here in the second half. The Wildcats will come out with Kel Slater, Jonathan Milloway, Stafford Shanklin, Jeremy Miller, Jonathan Stewart. 30-yard score. It'll be Oak Ridge to work the ball in. Stafford will work it in from midcourt. And we are underway here once again from the Murphy Center. 30-yard score. Kel with the ball, dribbles out, fires it to the right corner. Jonathan Stewart open for a three. No good. Big rebound. Jeremy Miller up good. Jeremy Miller scores. What a great rebound. 32-30 to score. Down the floor of the basketball will come the Stars. They lob it cross court. Schneider runs over. He lost the ball. Taken away by Schneider. Schneider goes in for the shot. No good. Rebound, Kel Slater. Kel with the basketball. Kel coming coast to coast. Kel all the way to the hole. Blocked out of bounds. Once again, it'll be the Wildcats with the basketball underneath the goal. To work the ball in will be Jonathan Stewart. 32-30. What a beautiful play a moment ago by Jeremy Miller. Oak Ridge basketball. Just go ahead and do it. Here it goes out to Milloway. Top of the circle. Back to Miller. Jeremy dribbles to his right. Gives it back to Kel Slater. Lobs it back to Stewart. Throws the ball into Milloway. He's got it. He puts it up and he scores. Jonathan Milloway gives Oak Ridge a 4-point lead. 34-30 the score. Here they come down the floor. With the basketball once again will come the Siegel Star. With the basketball. They give him a three. He won't take it. Works the ball. Top of the circle. Guarded out high by Milloway. They look to cut back door. Oak Ridge by 4. On the baseline. They kick it out. There's Schneider. Schneider guarded out by Jeremy Miller. Turning. Spinning. Kicks the ball back around the left side. Jackson. Wildcat defense as they set it up once again. Here they work, and there's a hold and a hand check by number 3, Kel Slater of the Wildcats. Oak Ridge back on top by 4. 34-30 the score. With the basketball once again will come the Siegel Stars. Got to guard Schneider, wherever he might be. Jeremy Miller, no wonder he's tired. He's having to guard the Mr. Basketball finalist.
Yeah, David, and he's really doing a great all night long, limiting him, Schneider, to 6 points tonight.
Their basketball, here it goes out to Wetzel. Wetzel around the screen. Kel picks him up defensively. Comes off to the right. Lost the ball. They grab it. Here's a shot blocked by Jonathan Stewart. Saved by Kel Slater. Oak Ridge down the floor. Kel with it across the line. Kel will dribble. Kel will drive. Kel kicks it out to Miller. Jeremy Miller inside. Little shot. No good. Rebounded by Schneider. Here comes Siegel down the floor. They push it across the line to Wetzel. Wetzel dribbles in. Penetration. That's an offensive foul. Call it a charge, and he did. Jeremy Miller set it up perfectly as he was ran over by Jalen Wetzel, the 6-foot senior. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 34-30, Oak Ridge by 4. 6:18 to play third quarter. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Slowly walking the ball across the midcourt line is Kel Slater. Slater works the ball to his right to Miller, back to Stafford Shanklin. Around to Jonathan Stewart. Lobs it to Kel. Kel turning, spinning, lost the ball. Picked up by Stafford. Stafford got fouled. They're going to call a jump ball. It's their possession. Good play by the Mr. Basketball finalists, Matthew Schneider. It'll be their basketball.
Really nice hustle play there by both sides. Kel Slater trying to dribble out of it. You know, Schneider really doing a heck of a job getting on the ball and causing the tie-up.
34-30 the score. The Wildcats by 4. They're going to drive in. Shot is on its way. No good. Foul is going to be called. I think it's going to go against Milloway, perhaps. It's going to send the Siegel Stars to the free throw line. 34-30. Oak Ridge in the lead by 4. 5 minutes, 47 seconds to play here. To the free throw line will go Zion Swader, 6-foot senior player.
Having 12 points.
4:31 the score. 5:47 to play third period. Wildcats in the lead. Free throw good. 2-point game. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Moving left to right. Wearing their all-white jerseys with Cardinal. Black trim, the Wildcats. Working in Jeremy Miller. Inside Milloway. Turning, spinning, shooting, scoring. Milloway off the glass. Give the assist to Jeremy Miller. Down the floor will come Siegel. Wildcats by 4. 36-32 the score with the basketball. Jackson. Jackson swings the ball left side to Wetzel. Thrown by Kel. Around to Lightsey. Lightsey to Schneider. Schneider dribbles. turning, no place to go. He wants to shoot over Jeremy, lost the ball, and they're going to call a foul against Jeremy Miller. The same official has called 3 fouls on Jeremy Miller. 3 fouls on Jeremy Miller, the same guy. Jeremy will have to come out of the ball game, and Jeremy's playing great basketball. Schneider at the line, shot good. Wow, that's just crazy. It's the same guy. 36-33 the score. Lucas Searcy comes into the ball game for him. 5:17 to play. Coach Green has just been warned by that official. That official just warned Coach Green. Coach Green needs to watch it. Snyder back to the line. Toss. Good. Back to a 2-point game. 36-34. Oak Ridge by 2. Kel Slater works the ball across the line. Swings it over to Jonathan Stewart. Cross court to Stafford. Stafford drives. Stafford shoots. No good. Millway off the glass. Good. Snyder fouled him, but no call. Oak Ridge back up by 4. 38-34. Wildcats back on defense, playing with Lucas Searcy. Kel Slater. Jonathan Millway, they get a wide open 3. No good. Rebound, Lucas Searcy of the Wildcats. Lucas in trouble, throws the ball away. Didn't need to do that. Shot, no good. Tip back up, no good. Rebounded, Stafford Shanklin. Stafford throws it into Jonathan Stewart, and there's a foul. Finally, he called a foul. 38-34 the score. What a mad scramble.
And then again, getting
8:34 the score with the basketball will come Oak Ridge's Kel Slater. Got it out high. Ball on Montarius Reed, a new guy in the ball game. 4-point Wildcat lead. Lucas wide open, right corner for 3. No good. Rebound Stafford Shanklin. He's fouled. You got to call it. They do finally call it. Not our worst official right here in front of us, but they do call the foul. 4:18 to play. Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal.
really Cats hitting the offensive glass.
It's working in Kel Slater. Oak Ridge by 4. 4:16 to play third quarter. Kel works the dribble to the right. Comes off and dribbles back to his left around a screen. Kel will penetrate. Lucas, left corner. They need it. It's for 3. No good. Rebound, Stars. Lucas can't find his stroke from outside. Here they work the ball out to the top to Swader. Back right side it goes. Jackson. Jackson might have walked. Throws it off the glass. Good. Nice play. Wildcats back down the floor. For the basketball will come Oak Ridge. Kel Slater across the line. Oak Ridge by 2. 38-36. 3 minutes, 44 seconds to play. Jonathan Stewart, free throw line. What's the call? They're going to call a foul. Personal foul against the Siegel Stars.
Number 11.
Jonathan Stewart knocks it off the backside of Marquise Jackson. He turned his back on him. An easy layup for Jonathan Stewart.
That one was.
What quick hands. Jonathan Stewart takes it away from the Mr. Basketball finalists. Down the floor will come Jonathan Stewart. Oak Ridge basketball up by 4. 3 minutes, 19 seconds to play in the third quarter. Oak Ridge basketball holding it. Here goes Jonathan Stewart. Back to Kel Slater. Got a screen. Got a drive. Takes it right side. Jonathan in the corner. Thought about a 3. Will not take it. Back to Jonathan. He's open. He shoots it. It's up. It's no good. Tipped by Jonathan Millway. He turns. He spins. He shoots. It's blocked. Good play by Schneider. Here they come down the floor. Got to get back on defense. They drive in. Here's a shot. It's good. Should have been a travel. Should have been a travel. It was not. And a timeout is asked for. 2 minutes, 47 seconds to play third quarter. I think the pace of the game is too fast for these 3 officials.
It's too. Back on defense and be able.
It's crazy pace ball game here. What an exciting, this is one of the most exciting games, obviously. It's the state tournament, but just the way the 2 teams are going at each other.
Clearly. done a great job preparing.
Yes.
The
Ridge by 2. 40-38, 2 minutes, 47 seconds to play in the third period. Oak Ridge basketball. The Wildcats in foul trouble. Jeremy Miller about to come off the bench. He's got 3 fouls. Kel Slater, Stafford Shanklin, Jonathan Stewart. It is hot as all get-outs in this gym. Lucas, Jonathan Stewart, right corner. Jonathan thought about shooting, will not. Backs it up once again. Comes cross-court with a bad pass, but Kel slows it down, and he's fouled. Kel is fouled by Jalen Wetzel. You cannot go cross-court with passes like that. These guys are too quick, too athletic.
Matt.
Sure, Coach Green said you got to play careful. Got to be really careful out there. Here comes Oak Ridge with the basketball. Kel Slater to Stafford Shanklin. Got bumped, no call. Here goes Jonathan Stewart. Looks to Milloway. He's got it. He turns. He gives it in. Jonathan Stewart. Shot no good. Rebound. Siegel. Quickly down the floor. They're going to drive against Jeremy. Shot is good. And we're tied. Jeremy could not pick up a foul. Wildcats in a 40-40 ball game. 2:06 to play. Kel, Jonathan Stewart, Jonathan Milloway, three-pointer, too strong, no good. Stafford had the rebound, saved away by the Stars. Here they come down the floor. Jonathan Stewart steals it away. Here comes Milloway. Here comes Stafford Shanklin. Stafford Shanklin, left elbow shot, good. Stafford Shanklin knocks it down. It's a 2-point game. 42-40 the score. 1:42 to play third quarter with the basketball. Swader, outside it goes once again to Jackson. Slows it down to Vontarius Reed, the 6'2 senior. To Schneider. That's a charge. Call it. I didn't see what he called. Did he call a block?
They called it.
On the floor, not a shooting violation. 42-40 Oak Ridge. 1:32 to play third quarter. To work the ball in will be Vontarius Reed. Lobs it in. Top of the circle. Here it goes to Swader. Guarded by Stafford Shanklin along the baseline. Shot blocked by Milloway. Here come the Wildcats. Here comes Kel. Kel will dribble. Kel will drive. Oh, he throws the ball off the hands of Stafford Shanklin. That would have been a layup. Unfortunately, the pass just a little bit too hard.
Yeah, Dave. To get it.
42-40 the score. The Wildcats up by 2. 1:20 to play here in the third period. Here come the Siegel Stars moving right to left with the basketball across the line. Will go Zion Swader. Works the ball to the midcourt line. Picked up by Jonathan Stewart. Works the ball to his right. Penetrates. Will not drive. Backs it up. Needs some help. 1:07 to play. They set it out to the right side. Over it goes Jackson. Jackson thought about shooting a 3. Will not take it. They back it up. 1 minute to play third quarter. And it goes to Schneider. Schneider goes in for the shot. Good. And we're tied. 42-42 the score. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Whoever has the ball last in the fourth quarter is going to win this ball game, James.
Yeah, and what's interesting is Coach Birdwell just called that play, and our defense was called.
Jonathan Milloway turning, spinning, shooting. Good. And he's fouled. Personal foul against the Siegel Stars. Oak Ridge back up by 2. 44-42 the score. 38 seconds to play third quarter.
Really nice. Jonathan Milloway, as he's just going. For tonight.
Jonathan, 2 for 2 at the line. Shoots. No good. Rebounded by Schneider. Oak Ridge the lead is 2. 44-42. Here comes Siegel down the floor. 32 seconds to play third quarter. The winner moves to the Final Four to play either Clarksville or Germantown Houston. Siegel has his spread. They'll play for the final shot. In the midcourt circle, just holding the ball with 20 seconds to play. 44-42 the score. The Wildcats will get the ball first in the fourth quarter. Need a stop here to keep it the lead. 44-42. You know they want to go to Schneider if they can. 8 seconds. Here they go. Dribbling, driving. And here's a shot blocked by Stafford, but he puts it in and scores. Wildcats. Kel Slater has the third quarter. comes to a close. We're tied again. 44-44 our score. We'll be back to the state tournament in 60 seconds. Look up there. David Clary back here along with James Branson, Lee Wexler, Christian Roses Rodriguez. We also have with us Jordan Osborne, Brian Bennett back to the studios of FM 92.7. 44-44 the score. We were tied at the halfway mark. We're tied after 3. Wildcats with the basketball first, and we're underway once again. Kel Slater dribbles right, gives it out. Jonathan Stewart for 3. No good. Rebound, Siegel. Down the floor of the basketball will come the Stars. Wildcats had to get back on defense. Wildcats in a tie ball game. Dribbling. Good defense by Jonathan Stewart all night. They launch a 3. It's up. No good. But a big rebound, Jeremy Miller. Wildcats. Jonathan Millway turning, spinning, driving. He's fouled. And guess who called it? You know who. He did call it that time. Jonathan got hammered. (44-44) the score. 7 minutes, 28 seconds to play in the ball game. Some debris on the floor. And guess who picked it up? That's the best pickup he's seen. That's the best thing he's seen tonight. That on the floor as Millway goes to the line.
Coach Green, too.
Go too strong. No good. Jonathan Millway will have another one. Oak Ridge and Siegel tied 44-44 the score. Winner plays in the Final Four. Second toss. No good. Rebound. That's a jump ball. Oak Ridge will not have possession. Millway misfired on both of them. Too strong on both of them. And we remain tied.
It shows that Oak Ridge may be getting a little bit tired here trying to force things as Millway missed those too long, as you mentioned both times, as Siegel's going to have the ball here with 7.5 left.
44-44 the score. The Wildcats need another stop. For the basketball will come Schneider. Double team by Jeremy Miller. Wants to drive on him, cannot. Backs it up to Jackson. Martise Jackson throws the ball away. Almost knocked out of bounds and was knocked out of bounds by Jeremy Miller. Jeremy has played great basketball tonight.
Points and really playing well. Good defense on Schneider.
Their basketball. 44-44 the score. Here's Zero driving. Throws up a prayer. That's no good. They get the rebound. Want to go right back up with it. It's no good. Rebound. Schneider back up with it. Good. Siegel by 2. A lot of contact on that end. Not much called on their end. Oak Ridge basketball. Jonathan Stewart into Schneider to Stafford. Stafford to the hole. Good. Tie ball game. 46-46 the score. 6:38 to play in the ball game. Here they come down the floor. Jalen Wetzel with the basketball. Swings it out to the top of the circle. Here goes Martise Jackson. Holds it, gives it out, doubles it to 0 for 3. No good. Millway's got the board. Oak Ridge with the ball. Tie game. Kell. Jonathan Stewart to the hole. Good. Jonathan Stewart gives Oak Ridge the lead. Here comes the Stars down the floor. What a game. Here's a steal. Loose on the floor. Picked up. They put it up. It's no good. Millway battles. It's Oak Ridge's ball. 6:09 to play in the ball game. 48-46 Oak Ridge.
Jonathan Millway really battling down low, David, as he's been able to stop a lot of close shot attempts there. by the Stars recently, and you got to give credit both to Jonathan Stewart and Jeremy Miller as they're playing with 3 fouls and doing a really good job.
48-46, the Wildcats with the ball. 6:09 to play in the basketball game here from the state tournament. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. The winner plays Friday. It's a late ball game, Eastern time, like 9:30, I believe. Check the bracket there to make sure I didn't say that incorrectly. 2-point Wildcat leads. Kell Slater drives, hole, layup, good. 4-point Oak Ridge lead. 50-46 to score. Here they come down the floor. Stafford Shanklin back on defense. Here comes 0-0. He turns, he spins. What did he do? Did he walk? Was he fouled? He was fouled. Personal foul against the Wildcats. It's going to go perhaps against Jeremy Miller. And that is his 4th personal foul. 50-46 to score. Oak Ridge by 4. Their basketball underneath the goal. 50-46. Their basket. Schneider throws the ball in. And it comes to the right corner. Bounce pass out to the top. Schneider drives. Blocked by Milloway. All the way comes Kell Slater. Kell dribbling, driving. He scores! Oak Ridge by 6. 52-46 to score. Down the floor will come Lightsey. 5:25 to play in the ball game. Schneider dribbles, drives. He's all over the floor. He lost it. Stafford. Kell to the hole, to the rim. He's fouled. You gotta call something. Kell is laying on his butt on the ground. Oak Ridge by 6. 5:13 to play in the ball game.
Miller.
I believe Schneider's going to have to come out of the ball game. Struggling a little bit. Six-point Oak Ridge lead. Wildcat ball. Wildcats work it in Milloway. Jonathan holds it midcourt circle. 5:11 to play in somebody's season. 52-46, the Wildcats in the lead. Wildcats in foul trouble. Jeremy Miller on the bench with 4. Here it goes to Stafford Shanklin. Jonathan Stewart, 3-pointer. Good! Big John knocks it down. Johnny Boy Stewart. And Oak Ridge is back up by 9. 55-46. Jonathan Stewart knocks it down.
His 14th. That's also going to be his second mate for the Wildcats.
Why don't you run down the scoring to this point?
Scoring for this Wildcat. Nine points on the night for the Wildcats. For the Stars, Matthew Schneider's really kind of been shut down. I'm not sure if he's even in double digits yet, but the Stars really have points spread out between 4 and 6 between all their other scores tonight.
55-46. Wildcat crowd going nuts. Joe Gaddis on his feet. I didn't think he was young enough to get back up on his feet, but he is. Oak Ridge by 9. 55-46 the score. Oak Ridge in the lead. 4 minutes, 54 seconds, and the clock still isn't moving. The clock did not move until he got to midcourt. Home cooking in Middle Tennessee. They launch a 3. It's good! 3-point shot. That clock did not start until it got to midcourt. That clock did not move one bit till he got the ball to midcourt. Big shot, though. Really.
Seconds to get that play off.
55-49, Oak Ridge by 6. 4:38 to play. The Wildcats have spread it out just a bit. Playing currently with Jeremy Miller, Kell Slater, Stafford Shanklin, Jonathan Stewart, Jonathan Milloway. Oak Ridge basketball. Wildcats in the lead, 55-49, trying to play either Houston or Clarksville. Wildcats running time. Here comes Snyder on Kell. He dribbles past Kim. He drives. He takes it. Right side. Jonathan again for three. No good. Rebounded by Schneider. That was not a good shot. Wildcats need a stop on defense. 4:08 to play. Here they go. Dribbling. Shot. Floats it in. Good. They score with Jalen Wetzel. It's a 4-point game. Wildcat ball. Kell Slater. 3:57 to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge on top, 55-51. Wildcats need somebody to score here or kind of work some time off the clock. 55-51. Stafford Shanklin nearly lost the ball. Here goes to Jeremy. He's fouled. Jeremy Miller is fouled by Martise Jackson. That's his third team foul. Number 8. Jeremy Miller will go to the free throw line. Jeremy appears to be a little bit hobbled. Jeremy will go to the line. He's a 68.7% free throw shooter. Jeremy will have one in the bonus. 55-51, 4-point Wildcat lead. Jeremy needs to knock him down. No good. Rebound, Schneider. Wildcats missing some free throws. Can't do that down the stretch. Here they come. Three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound, Siegel. They kick it out for another three. It's good. Pandemonium. It's a 1-point game. 8 straight points for the Stars. 55-54. Oak Ridge basketball. Got to control the ball. Bounce pass. Milloway. Turns. Spins. Shoots. Good. He is fouled. Jonathan Milloway can convert a 3-point play. Driven in strong. The big guy will go to the free throw line.
His 18th point for 19. Really answering every bell for the Siegel Stars.
Down free throws, though. He does. Good. Oak Ridge back up by 4. 3 minutes, 7 seconds to play. Down the floor they'll come. Dribbling all the way in. Good defense. No place to go. Takes the ball back out. They've got a 3. Play. It's good. Got to guard. 3-point shooters coming down the floor. It's a 1-point game. 58-57 Oak Ridge.
Back and forth we go. You know, you have two different shots there. You have Jackson earlier. It wasn't Jackson. It was by Wetzel. Wetzel hit that nice 3. Millway comes back down the court, hits a and one and the bucket. And then you have, that was Jackson after committing a foul, having some nice poise there, coming down and hitting some 3. Back and forth we go. This is a great game here tonight, David.
They've got to hit their free throws, though, James.
Are very consistent with free throws.
They've got to be tired. Jeremy's got to be dead tired guarding Schneider. Schneider's a Mr. Basketball finalist. He's done a great job tonight.
Really, both teams. It's
58-57. Oak Ridge had a 9-point lead. It's down to 1. Oak Ridge basketball. 2 minutes, 56 seconds to play in the game. Jonathan Milloway, Jonathan Stewart, Jeremy Miller, Kell Slater, Stafford Shanklin in the ball game for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge in the midcourt circle with Kell Slater. Both coaches aggressively coaching. Kell is going to be a 5-second call against him. Kell turns it over. Good defense. Zion Swader. Good defense. Can't say anything bad. He got called for the 5 seconds. It was a good call.
Really good defense there by the Stars, and offensively for the Wildcats, you just got to execute and keep your offense going.
Away from the ball. Personal foul. Who's it on? Might be Big John. Might be Jonathan Stewart. Might be Stafford. It is the 16th foul called against the Wildcats. Oak Ridge maintains the lead by 1. 58-57, 2:35 to play in the ballgame. Zion Swader with the basketball at the midcourt circle. Guarded by Kell Slater. Dribbles to his right. Stops. looks to Snyder, throws the ball away. Intercepted Jonathan Milloway to Kell. Kell drives, pulls up, shoots no good. There's Stafford, though. He lost the ball. Kick ball to the Oak Ridge ball. Wildcats caught a break. Oak Ridge caught a break right there. Wildcat ball underneath the goal.
Yeah, just unfortunate there for the Siegel Stars.
Oak Ridge by 1 with the ball. Jeremy Miller dribbles, drives. Jeremy shoots. Good! Jeremy knocks it down. Back to a 3-point game. Got to play defense now. Here come the Stars down the floor. 2:07 to play in the ball game. They're going to drive. They're going to block by Miller. Stafford's got the ball. And then he's fouled. 10th team foul. Double bonus. Oak Ridge by 3, 60-57 the score. 1:59 to play.
Yeah.
Stafford Shanklin to the free throw line. 56.3% free throw shooter. 3-point Wildcat lead. Stafford shoots. No good. I think that's 4 or 5. We've missed 4 out of the last 5. Stafford back to the line, trying to make it a 2-possession ball game. 1:59 to play. Shoots. No good. Milloway's got the board, but he's blocked. His shot was blocked by Schneider. Remains a 3-point game. And then a timeout is asked for officially. And it's been that way all night long. The guy cannot start the clock. He cannot start the clock. He has done it all night long.
You're right, David, as it was a 1:59 as Siegel was, as the Siegel got the rebound there and got all the way up court. They were all the way up court and 1 second ticked off. You know, you got one job if you're the clock operator, and that's to press one button.
He has been bad all night long, and he's getting a little assistance over there. Maybe it's a mechanical malfunction. It's a 3-point Oak Ridge lead.
David, you were saying that about Wildcat free throw shooting there. In the second half, the Wildcats are 1 of 7. 1 of 7 in the second half free throw wise.
If they lose the ball game somehow, that's a big factor right there. Here we go. 1:52 to play. Outside it goes. They launch a 3. No good. Jeremy Miller on the rebound. Oak Ridge with the basketball. Jeremy waits for his teammates. Harassed. He lost the ball. Taken away by the Stars. They're going to drive. Shot. It's up. No good. Rebound. Who's got it? Kel Slater's got it. And a timeout is asked for. 91 seconds to play. Somebody's season. Or will we have overtime? We got to take a break. I need a blow. 60-57. Back in 60 seconds. Welcome back to the Murphy Center. Oak Ridge by 3 with the ball. 91 seconds to play in the ball game. Jonathan Stewart works it in. Jeremy Miller. Clock just now starts. Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan Milloway. Guarded by Schneider. Fouled by Schneider. Double bonus. That's 2 free throws and 4 fouls on the Mr. Basketball finalists. But the Wildcats got to hit their free throws, James.
Yeah, David, you obviously now as with their free throws, and obviously they're not able to run time off the clock.
Jonathan's first of two. Good. Nothing but net. 2-possession ball game. Wildcats have had double-digit leads. They had a 9-point lead just a few moments ago. Their lead is 4. 61-57. A minute 25 to play in the game. Jonathan Milloway concentrates. He nets it down. Jonathan Milloway hits it. 5-point Oak Ridge lead. Here they come down the floor. They let it roll to the midcourt circle. 24 seconds to play with the basketball. 0. Shoots. That's a clang off the iron. No good. Schneider on the rebound. Back up with a shot. Clang again. He missed it. Stafford Shanklin on the rebound. A minute 11 to play. Oak Ridge by 5. Here comes Kell. Here comes Kell driving. Inside Stafford. Shanklin turns, spins, shoots. He scores. Stafford Shanklin. Under a minute to play. 64-57. Schneider. That's no good. Who's got it? Jeremy Miller. Jeremy. Jonathan Stewart layup. The round is on. The Wildcats up by 9, 66-57. Siegel in trouble. They're going to shoot a 3. It's up. It's no good. Stafford Shanklin on the rebound. He's fouled. Oak Ridge Wildcat fans are on their feet. It's pandemonium at Middle Tennessee State. 66-57. Oak Ridge 37 seconds away from the Final Four in the state.
Really, they're able to play defensively really intense and here get defensive rebounds and get out quick, not allow for
Stafford Shanklin to the free throw line. My voice is shot, ladies and gentlemen. Missed the first one. Trying to give Oak Ridge a 10-point lead. 67-57. It stays at 9. 35 seconds to play. Here comes Siegel down the floor. They're going to drive the baseline. There is a turnover. Siegel. 31 seconds to play. Look at the Oak Ridge fans going nuts. Coach Gaddis swinging his mask over his head. Oak Ridge by 9. 31 seconds to play. 66-57 the score. Oak Ridge in the lead. Trying to play either Houston or Clarksville. Oak Ridge ball. In it comes Jeremy Miller. Jeremy to Jonathan Stewart. 28 seconds to play. Oak Ridge in the lead, but they turn the ball over. Here comes a deflection. The ball goes knocking out of bounds. Matthew Gillespie makes the catch. 21 seconds to play in Siegel's season. 66-57 the score. The Wildcats got to hold on, James, for 21 seconds. Here's a steal by Jeremy. Hell, he was going to slam that bad boy home. But he's fouled. Personal foul. Oak Ridge 17 seconds away from eliminating the Siegel Stars.
That was Schneider's 5th foul, and so he will be out of the game. One thing to note here, credit the Wildcats.
At the Oak Ridge fans going nuts up in the stands. The Wildcats are clearing their bench. Here comes Flip. Here comes Darren Osborne. Here comes Caden Updegraff. Jamison Updegraff. 17 seconds away. Final Four in the state of Tennessee. The senior class, the Siegel Stars. What a great basketball team. What a great game. They've cleared their benches, and the old mentor is going to get the win. Jeremy shoots. He knocks it down. 10-point lead. 67-57. Oak Ridge headed for a victory, James Branson.
A lot of class here by
Jeremy Miller. What a game he's played. He goes to the free throw line. 17.8 seconds. Oak Ridgers, get in your cars. Come to the Murphy Center tomorrow night, Friday, as the Wildcats will play probably Germantown, Houston. 17 seconds to play. Coach Green hugs Jeremy Miller. Couldn't be happier for the kid from Oliver Springs. 68-57 the score. 12 seconds to play. Oak Ridge will win their 28th game. The crowd is on their feet. The Wildcats about to win They're down to 3. They're down to 2. They're down to 1. Oak Ridge has won by a final score of 68-57. Oak Ridge beats the Siegel Stars here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. 68-57. The Oak Ridge fans came in big numbers, and they have enjoyed what was one of the most exciting basketball games that I have ever seen, James Branson.
Two very well coached teams, guys that know each other well, know the system well, and really came out and executed the game plan. And it really wasn't until maybe the last 2 minutes of the game that Oak Ridge was really able to pull away and extend their lead.
68-57. The Wildcats are in the Final Four, and they move on to take on either Clarksville, Tennessee, or Germantown, Houston. The Wildcats will play tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern Time. You can go to work. You can get off work. You can get in your cars, and you can drive to Murfreesboro to support the Cardinal and Gray. Oak Ridge wins the ball game. James, wow, that's all I can say. What a ball game. Two really, really good teams.
Well, and it was nonstop on the first half because both so fast, offensively and defensively.
The biggest high school basketball team I have ever seen has just taken the floor here at the Murphy Center. They are wearing black and gold. They are from Germantown, Tennessee. They are enormous, James Branson.
They're very big, and then you said that a lot of them had 6-footers across the board, probably 6'6", 6'7",
6'8", 6'9", 6'10". They're all big.
Yeah, the only way that any team is really going to be able to stop these guys is to maybe get them in foul trouble, maybe. But even at that, they look so athletic.
Picture of that and tweet what they look like. Have you tweeted out all the good news here, James Branson?
I've been trying to so far. I haven't gotten.
Wildcats win the ball game. We'll take a quick break. Congratulations, Aaron Green and the Wildcats moving on to the Final Four in the state. We haven't taken a break in a month. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Well, the losers are in this game. So we want you to do the spin outs.
Okay. Do you want to?
Sure.
I got a little while here.
Okay. Okay.
This is right.
Yeah, see it. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome back to the Murphy Center here on the campus of Middle Tennessee State. Joining me is Coach Aaron Green, courtside coach. Off the air, that might have been one of the greatest basketball games that I've gotten to witness at a state tournament. Just a great ball game. Two great teams battling it out, playing their guts out, and your team made the plays at the end against a senior-dominated team. And congratulations, you're in the Final Four.
I tell you, just I told my dad, like, when we subbed out, I said, "What a game!" You know, you really don't think about it, but that was a heck of a ball game. Fourth, like, and called a timeout. Ended up being a 5-0 run as soon as I called it. But I was trying to get our guys locked in to, you know, they're going to start shooting threes, trying to get them ready for press. But just what a ball game. I mean, I'm just sitting here looking at the stats. I mean, Stewart played well. He had 16. Way showed up. I've had 20. I thought the difference in the ball game was the rebounding. At halftime, we were down 2 on the rebounding. And we end up winning the rebounding battle by 9. So we out-rebounded them by 11 in the second half. You notice we had some offensive rebounds that were big. I thought that was probably the difference in the game. You know, and their matchup gave us some trouble. I knew he was going to run it, but just really, really proud of our kids. That's you get here the gutsy win by our guys.
Coach, you know, one of my favorites of all time, Jeremy Miller, played his guts out tonight, in foul trouble the whole night. He did a great job defending all night. He got some huge rebounds. I don't know how many points he scored.
13 and 10.
Yeah, just a really, really fine ball game.
And on top of that, I mean, he's throwing up at halftime. He was sick, not sick, but he was just nervous, I guess, you know. And then he held Mr. Basketball. When I say held, he held him to 12. All those late. Now, the Mr. Basketball, 14, Schneider. But I thought as much as he did offensively with a double-double, I thought he was just the big guard. That was a big kid in the game. You know, Mr. Basketball finalist did a good job keeping him out of the post. You know, and did a good job there as well.
Surprised they didn't put more pressure on us. Did that surprise you, or is that something that they don't do that?
Well, they haven't done it as much. He's shown some half-court trap. He doesn't really have the depth. You know, he's only played 6 guys, so he doesn't really have the depth to put as much pressure. But again, you know, they've got some guys that can score it. I mean, they had 3 guys in double figures, and 3 guys that's their 3 best players. You know, 11 made a big 3 there late for them. That was, you know, what a win. Good. Had a pretty good. Honestly, I'm surprised with the environment. It was a heck.
I know they're going to want you down there. I'll let you go. We'll talk again. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk here in a few minutes after you're done.
Yeah, you know, just real proud of our guys. We had no celebration in the locker room after the game. You know, we're going to try to get locked in. We got to get hydrated. We spent a lot of energy in that game. Got to get hydrated and get rested, and we're going to play a really, 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 really good team, regardless of who it is. You know, I'm thinking Houston's probably favored, but we'll see what happens.
Thanks a lot. Congratulations.
All right, thanks, David.
Wildcats win the ball game, 68-57. We're going to take another break here. We're going to run down the stats, talk more about this big win and this big Clarksville ball game against Houston coming up in a moment. Let me send it back to Brian Bennett. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Oak Ridge will be playing tomorrow night. I know it's late, 9:30 Eastern time. We'll have the game on the radio on FM 97, FM 94.7. prepradio.com. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
this is gonna work. So how would we get that?
Players and Coach Green.
How would we get that down there?
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
No, what I'm saying is, how will I know when to go?
Yeah, usually I have to text, but welcome back once again to the Murphy Center, campus of Middle Tennessee State University, where we have just witnessed one of the most exciting basketball games I think I've ever seen, to be honest with you. Two really, really good teams. Lee Wexler joins me here. Lee, your thoughts on the game. Was that not a fun game to watch?
Well, it was. Ridge got off to a pretty good start there. To a victory. Siegel catch up all night and took the lead maybe once there, maybe late in the third, maybe early in the fourth. But I think that good start for Oak Ridge really helped them get out as Siegel was playing catch up the entire time. And I think one thing that had me nervous was Oak Ridge had a 9-point lead, a little bit under 5 minutes to go there in the fourth, and Siegel very quickly made it a 1-point game. But other than that, I mean, it was really exciting. Great to see Oak Ridge win, and they're going to play the winner of this Clarksville-Houston game. And we're watching Houston and Clarksville warm up right. And this Houston team has some big fellows on their team. They have. I guess we're going to hang out and watch, but like I said, a very exciting game. It was great to watch. Oak Ridge had a good turnout of fans, but it was exciting, David. Well, I have some scoring stats here. Let's start with Oak Ridge. Stafford Shanklin with 8 points, 4 for 8 from the field, 0 for 2 for three-pointers, 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Jonathan Stewart with 16 points, 7 for 16 from the field, 2 for 8 on three-pointers. Points was 4 for 11 from the field, 0 for 1 on three-pointers. Jonathan Milloway had 20 points that led Oak Ridge in scoring. Was 7 for 10 from the field, 1 for 2 on three-pointers, and was 5 for 8 from the free throw line. 5 for 9 from the field, was 1 for 1 on 3-pointers, and 2 for 3 on free throws. Lucas Searcy with 3 points was 1 for 5 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3-pointers, and did not go to the line. Oak Ridge won this game 68-57. Some final stats for Siegel. Zion Swader led Siegel in scoring with 18 points, was 6 for 15 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3-pointers, and was 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Isaiah Lightsey had 6 points, 2 for 6 from the field, 2 for 5 beyond the arc. Jalen Wetzel had 12 points, 4 for 12 from the field, was 2 for 5 on 3-pointers, and 2 for 3 at the free throw line. Martese Jackson, as I'm running down Siegel stats here, Martese Jackson, 5 points, was 2 for 8 from the field, 1 for 4 on 3-pointers. Matthew Schneider, 12 points, 4 for 12 from the field, 0 for 3 on 3-pointers, and was 4 for 4 at the free throw line. Montarius Reed for Siegel had 4 points, was 2 for 5 from the field, and was 0 for 1 at the shooting threes. Mac Moss for Siegel was 0 for 1 from the field and 0 for 1 shooting 3-pointers. Torius here at the Murphy Center.
What a great game. I was totally shocked. I got a chance to talk to Coach Green right here. He just showed up. They're not supposed to come and talk to people on the press row. He violated every COVID rule they have put in place here, but he came down here. He was so excited. But, Lee, I'm going to wait for James to come back here. James is right now in the interview room right now, and if you want to go down there as well, I'm not really sure what it is. You're going to have to look. I've just been up here, but I think, and you watched it from up top, but I'm going to tell you everybody made big plays. Everybody made big plays during the course of the game, but Jeremy Miller held the Mr. Basketball finalists to 12 points, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's like Oak Ridge really dialed down defensively, and I think it was led by Oak Ridge's Jeremy Miller. I think he really came to play today, and that's what you need your seniors to do here at the state tournament. That's really what you're looking forward. That's what you're looking for from your seniors here. And the big games, you need your guys like Jeremy Miller to step up defensively. Kel Slater, I think, was good today. You can't ask for any more than that. And it's disappointing it's come last year, but I think they're making up for it this year. But for me, what stood out was the leadership from the seniors, and like you pointed out with Jeremy Miller.
More I can talk about here. I might take one more break, see if James is back out. I'll tell you somebody I feel sorry for. My really good friend, Dyron Birdwell. His team played their guts out here tonight.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I was looking at their height. Oak Ridge had the height advantage, and I think they were able to move the ball. One thing I thought Siegel did well early against Oak Ridge, I thought they got the ball to the glass pretty early on, but, I didn't think Siegel really shot that well. I thought they were able to move it inside, but they really didn't shoot that well. They didn't. I didn't think Siegel maybe was as prepared to play as Oak Ridge, and it makes you wonder, Siegel, they only have to travel like 10 minutes to get here. So I thought Oak Ridge was more prepared to play. And I will credit Coach Green for that. But, Dyron Birdwell, I think he's doing a good job at Siegel, and I think they're going to continue to get better.
We'll take a break here. We're going to send it back to Brian Bennett one more time. Oak Ridge headed to the Final Four in the state of Tennessee to take on the Los Angeles Lakers, probably. The Houston team right here in front of us, Mustangs. Thank you. Their very first trip ever to the state tournament. They qualified last year like Oak Ridge, like Cleveland, but, man, that's the tallest high school basketball team I have ever seen. I've been in some tournaments, big-time national tournaments. That is the tallest team I've ever seen. There cannot be a starter under 6'6" out on the floor.
I mean, some of these guys. I can see why this team's ranked number one. They definitely have
Take a break here. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. Oak Ridge wins. They'll play tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern Time. 68-57 the final score. We'll be back to wrap it up, maybe with James from final comments in 3 minutes. David Clary back here along with James Branson, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, and a whole bunch of others, Lee Wexler, Jordan Osborne, Brian Bennett's our engineer back at the station. Oak Ridge, if you just tuned in, is in the Final Four in the state. What a great sports year it's been for Oak Ridge. You play for the state championship in football, you make it to the Final Four in basketball. Wow, what a great year. 68-57. As I said, obviously, I'm the biggest Oak Ridge fan maybe a lot of people know. I mean, my heart is all Oak Ridge. But I do feel for Dyron Birdwell, who brought his first team as a head coach to the state tournament, and they played their guts out. Wildcats with their senior leadership, and I just thought our seniors just were fantastic. They're a senior-dominated team. They had 5 senior starters who have been with Coach Birdwell since the very beginning, and they play their guts out. But I thought, and I'll say it again, the stats don't always show what Jeremy Miller brings to the Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball program. Everybody else played great too. I'm not saying that it wasn't a team effort, because it was. It was a team effort and a big win tonight. But Jeremy had to guard Mr. Basketball and held him to 12 points. That is crazy. He is fantastic. They had 3 1,000-point performers out on the floor. three 1,000-point performers, and the Wildcats win. And boy, Clarksville has brought the entire town here. They have just taken a lead over the Los Angeles Lakers from Germantown by 4, but what a big win. I'm kind of holding around just to make sure that James comes out of the locker room with some of the player interviews and some other coaches. But while I have an opportunity, obviously we cannot stream these ball games because the TSSAA owns the rights. But this season, obviously, we've had our sponsors all year long: Tin Bank of Oak Ridge, Mortgage Investors Group of Oak Ridge. We've had, obviously, the Fox Insurance Group, Ortho Tennessee, and I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody because it is one of those nights, ladies and gentlemen. But I'd also like to thank all of our community people who have helped us all season long. Some people didn't even want their names known, but I can tell you that Neil and Stephanie Thompson, Ron and Laverne Myers, Jerry and Lisa Williams of Trinity Home Care and Consulting, Bob and Ann McNeese, Johnny and Melissa Williams, Jeff and Mike Henderson in memory of their parents, Sod with Oak Ridge Pharmacy, and former Wildcat Kevin Brown all helped us when we were able to stream ball games this year. Obviously, we cannot stream ball games here from the state tournament, and and Oak Ridge. Thank you very much, Brian Bennett. I knew I forgot somebody. My problems, my fault, Nikki, at the Sun. But well, what a season it's been, and it is going to continue. The Wildcats are now 22-20 all time in the state tournament, and this will be their 11th Final Four in the history of the program since 1958. That's just crazy numbers. We've been to the state more than anybody here at this tournament. We've won more state championships than anybody at this tournament, and at this tournament in particular. Other teams have won a whole bunch, but we've won 2, and that's the most here. And it's going to continue. Like I said earlier, if you have the ability to, get online, buy some tickets. We sold out our 250 tickets, and they were all here. All 250 made the trip to from Oak Ridge or wherever they came from to this place. And let me tell you, it was a packed house and a great environment. As here comes James Branson, and I'll get some of the final comments here. James, you were just down in the dressing room. What was the mood?
Obviously very happy. Some of the questions that were asked down there. Coach Green was very happy with how hard his guys played, how well they played defensively, and how well they got out and scored in transition. Some of the interviewees down there were Jonathan Stewart, Jonathan Milloway, and Kel Slater came in a little bit toward the end there. And you really had Jonathan Milloway and Jonathan Stewart kind of the focal point. Milloway wasn't exactly happy with how he started, but mentioned, coming down the stretch in the second half there, how turnovers led to points, especially getting it out to Kel Slater.
No Jeremy Miller?
No Jeremy Miller tonight. And I think they had Jonathan Stewart out there. And Jonathan talked about playing defense right after a three-point made shot and how that also kind of sparked the turnaround in the fourth quarter.
Jeremy gets so nervous. He got sick at Dobbins Bennett. He got sick tonight at halftime again. He plays with so much passion. He cares so much about it. It reminds me that Emory Hale used to throw up before ball games. Jeremy Miller, he's the barf king of the team, but he also was really fine tonight, as the whole team was. Did you get a chance to talk to Dyron?
Talked to Dyron very briefly, and he was, because it's a state have teams, and so it's always going to be a good matchup. I was a very senior laden team for them, and just loved the effort that they had. But also stated how difficult it is not only to just coach against a friend, but coach against a system that is very similar, and how hard it was to make calls and to make little tweaks within calls, but not completely change everything. And so he loved the back and forth, but just wasn't able to find it down the stretch for his team.
I don't know who will play. I can tell you this game is a lot closer than I thought it would be. It's a 4-point game with Germantown on top here. I guess that's kind of better to do it. I mean, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you for going down to the dressing room. We need some stats from this next ball game, so I guess we'll be here. Any final comments?
Just that, you love the intensity that the Wildcats came when played with tonight, and it never dropped off. No matter how big the lead got or how close it impressive that the Wildcats played very poised throughout the entire game, and their energy never dropped. Jeremy Miller, especially, had to guard Mr. Basketball finalist, one of the best people in the state, and he pretty much shut him down for the majority of the game. I think he only scored like 12 points.
As Coach Green said. James, will you be back here tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Hopefully Jason Talent will be here as well watching the Wildcats. That about does it. We're going to close it out. We'd like to thank Brian Bennett back in the studios. I know, Brian, it's going to be a long night for you tomorrow, a late night. We'll come on the air at around 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock will be our game time, broadcast time for the 9:30 Eastern ball game against either Clarksville or Germantown, Los Angeles Lakers, Mustangs. For Brian Bennett, James Branson, Lee Wexler, along with Christian Rosas Rodriguez, and Jordan Osborne. This is David Clary. Once again, the final score, Oak Ridge beats Siegel 68-57. Until tomorrow night, so long, everybody.